Hi, my name is Amanda Gould, and I am a diamond coach with Team Beachbody. I'm also a wife and a mom to an adorable baby boy named Brock. I am here today to talk to you a little bit about organizing your time as a Beachbody coach. So, a lot of us come from different places. Some of us are working full time, some of us are stay at home moms, stay at home dads. Um, Others of us are college students looking to add to their income or grow a business on the side. So we all come from different places, but one thing we all have in common is that we're struggling to find the time to fit in this business. I get it. You're busy. I'm busy. So how can we make this work? So one of the things that I want to talk to you about today is our power hour. You may have heard the term before, but I'm going to give you a little breakdown of the things that I like to do first in my day to help grow my business. I will also share this PowerPoint screen in the group so that you can have it to refer to later. For your power hour, find a designated time of day that works for you. Some people like to wake up before they go to work in the morning. Other people like to do it at night once the baby is in bed. For me personally, I have a toddler, who I still like to call baby, who is in the middle of dropping a nap. So we're not sure when he's going to nap, if he's going to nap. So sometimes my power hour is done in chunks of 10 minutes. Or when he goes to bed, or when my husband comes home and can take him for me for an hour. But these are the things that I do every single day to help grow my business. First one is to add 2 to 3 new friends to Facebook or to your social media network of your choice. How do I do this? So look at the friends you might know. Go through an old school yearbook. There are just 2 ways you can do it. If you go through the people you may know, or maybe go to a friend's page and look at some of their friends. Think of mutual friends you may have met at a party over time. Another great way to do it is to join several Facebook groups and interact with people there. Again, if you are going to join a Facebook group, make sure to just mind the rules of the group. I know that several of the groups that I'm a part of have different rules about networking and marketing. So just be mindful of the rules. This should take about 5 minutes or less to add new friends to your network. The second one is to create a list from the previous day's posts. So why we do this is because you need people to reach out to. You need people to send those messages to. So look at your old posts. See who recently liked something or commented on something. Choose them and write their names down. Which leads us to number 3, starting 5 new conversations. This is going to take a little bit longer, probably the main part of your power hour. And by starting 5 new conversations, I don't mean saying, hey, come try this out. Come check out, the 21-day fix. I mean genuinely saying, hey, how have you been? I noticed that you liked my post yesterday, and I just thought I'd say hi. Thanks for, liking my post or commenting on my post. Use these conversations to build relationships with old friends. Use them to go through the form process, learn more about their family, their occupation, their recreation. Just use these as relationship building time. So use these conversations for relationship building. The relationship building will help you when you get to part 4, which is inviting 2 new people. Every day you want to be inviting at least 2 new people to the coaching opportunity or to an upcoming challenge group. This can be done more along the lines of, hey, so I know we were talking a little while ago and you had mentioned that you were looking to lose X, Y, and Z amount of pounds. I wanted to let you know that I'm leading this challenge group starting on such and such a date. If you're interested in joining me, I can send you more information, or let me know if you want to be added to the group, depending on what type of group it is. Same thing for coaching. These invites also go along with, and you'll learn more about social media throughout our training, they might also go along with a general post that you put on your Facebook wall inviting people. Again, you go back, you notice who liked it, and you reach out to them with a private invitation. Number 5 is follow-ups. So you want to follow up with the people that you reached out to about coaching or a challenge group, or even you want to follow up with those people who you had conversations going on with a few days prior. So make sure you're getting to your follow-ups as well. And then number 6 is posting in your groups. This shouldn't take too long because many of your posts could already be scheduled using something like Hootsuite or Buffer app. But you really want to check in with your challengers. They're there and they want to know that you are there to support them. So make sure you're checking in, you're liking their posts, you're commenting, you're answering questions if somebody has them. And 7 is very helpful as well. It's creating posts for later use and make sure those posts add value. So for me personally, for my personal Facebook page, I don't typically schedule posts or create posts for later use. Sometimes I'll come up with ideas or I'll find something, I'll take a screenshot of it and save it in my phone. But I like to keep the posts for my personal wall timely, like going on with what I'm doing throughout the day. I like them to just happen so that people know people are following me. A lot of coaches will say that your own personal Facebook page is like your own reality TV show. And I really think of it that way. So as the day goes on, I like to share on my personal page. However, I do have a Facebook group called Babies and Barbells, and I will actually schedule certain posts for that. And I like to follow a format. So motivation or meal plan Monday, tasty Tuesday, wackier workout Wednesday. And follow that because it will give you an idea of what to post each day. And you'll also learn about what times work best for you for posting in order to gain the most feedback and traction. And make sure when you are making these posts that you're adding value to your followers. So share workout tips that work for you, share clean eating tips that work for you, or recipes. Just make sure that you're constantly adding value so that they want to come back to your page. They're always left curious for more because they know that when they come to your page, they're going to learn something new. So that's really important to remember when you're scheduling your posts and when you're posting in general. So for the power hour, if you only have 30 minutes, cut the power hour in half. Maybe add only 1 to 2 new friends. When you're creating your list, maybe only start 2 to 3 new conversations a day. But if you have that full hour, use it. If you have 2 hours, double it. Some days I am lucky enough to get an extra long nap and I'll throw in another power hour. I'll work on other skills to help me grow my business. But in the beginning, as much time as you can doing these skills, which also align with your vital behaviors, do them. It will help grow your business. A few tips to go along with your power hour, especially for those of us with time constraints. Like I said, I may only get an hour at nap time, or I may have to spend 30 minutes after the baby goes to bed to work on this. But set the timer on your phone and focus. Don't allow yourself to spend more than 5 minutes looking for 3 new people to add to your network. Get in, get it done. Stay out of your Facebook newsfeed. This isn't the time to scroll. You have to think of this as a business if you want to grow your business. So stay away from the Facebook newsfeed. Again, go back to your old posts, write those names down, and move on. There's other time in your day that you can schedule for scrolling. And even then, when you're on Facebook, you want to be an active participant. You don't just want to be sitting there mindlessly scrolling. The third tip is to write everything down. So what are you doing after you're having these conversations? How can you remember who you invited? In the beginning, it might seem simple enough. Well, I've only talked to 10 or 15 people by this point. But as time goes on, your lists are going to grow. So something I do every day is I keep a running list, and I can share this in the group as well. And it just has 5 non-Beachbody related conversations, 3 new people added to the network. Did I invite somebody to coaching today? Shakeology workout, because I want to make sure that I'm doing my vital behaviors. I'm being proof the products work. What type of personal development I did. What book am I reading? And then at the bottom, whether or not we had a team call. And then I have a spot for follow-ups and challenger check-ins to make sure that I'm keeping up with all of my challengers. I do that, and then when I have time, extra time, I'll go back to my Google Docs sheet and I'll add everybody that I talked to my Google Docs. I'm just a paper and pen girl, so it really helps to keep everything in a binder close by for me. And then finally, create a schedule. So I get it. Sometimes your schedule's not consistent. One day you might have an hour at lunchtime, or another day you might wake up before the kids get up. But create a schedule, because that's the only way you're going to stick to it. I like to, in the beginning of the day or the night before, I'll create a to-do list on this little note sheet, and I'll check it off as I go on. When you have a list, you're more likely to stick to it and get everything done that you need it to. When I'm not working from a list, I will be honest, I will sit and stare at my computer screen for 5 minutes thinking, what was I about to do? Embarrassing, I know, but it happens. So write it down, create a schedule, use a calendar, a planner. I take my paper and pen planner everywhere with me. Behind me, you'll see a whiteboard, and I have a dry erase calendar with upcoming challenge group dates, sneak peek dates, things like that. So stay organized. In our team pages, we also have calendars for the month ahead. So use them, transfer them to what works for you. They are really the main pieces to scheduling and getting organized. Another tip that I've heard and something that I've used is to let your spouse or your family know what you're doing. Let them know your goals and your reason why. By sharing that with your family, they will be more supportive and they will be able to give you that time. Right now, my son didn't sleep this afternoon, and we were out this morning. So my husband got home a little early from work. He knows what I'm working towards and said, you know what, I'll take the baby in the basement with me while I work out. They'll have some male bonding time together. So share those goals, share what you want to do with your business with your family so that you can receive that support and the extra time too. And let them know that you are doing this and you need your amount of time so that you don't need to take from their time later. I really hope these tips help today. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below and I will be sure to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. All right, have a wonderful afternoon.